Hey everyone, I'm glad you joined me today. It is time for the big reveal. On October 23rd, we pressed some flowers together, and I know not everyone is interested in this kind of a video, but I wanted to do the follow-up just for those of you who are interested and those of you who were with me on October 23rd when we assembled this. This flower press is from Greta Grace Company, and I will link it in the description below. It's a wooden flower press. It's been 12 days since we pressed these flowers. I noticed after about 5 days that the little wing nuts, the little wing nut washers, were about 1/8 of an inch from the wooden part. So that means, I believe, by about 5 days, the flowers had already dried because the pressed, it did its thing, it pressed in. So I just tightened the wing nuts just a little bit more. I didn't tighten them down real tightly, but I tightened them a little bit more. I haven't done anything else since then. This press has been in my office waiting for the big reveal. So I'm going to see these flowers for the first time together with you. It definitely takes a few minutes to get these wing nuts off, and I guess that's what they are. Wing nuts, wing washers, I don't know, some sort of washer. Okay, so we're going to set these aside over here. And here we go. I have the tweezers that came with the kit and the little scissors in case we needed those. But here we go. I'm going to take these washers off so that we don't lose those. All right, so the first layer of cardboard comes off. Whoops. First layer of paper. Okay, so on our first layer, we had some really dark pansies, and they're not very pretty. They didn't turn out very pretty. They pressed just fine. They pressed just fine. But see the dark? That's not very pretty, is it? I don't love those. And I'm going to see just how easily they are coming off of the blotting paper. Pretty easily. Yeah, that's coming off pretty easily. I'm just taking the tweezers and gently pulling them up. Now the fact that they're stuck is probably, so that one ripped. One of two things. I may have left too much of the flour on the back. Yeah, and it was too moist. So that's a bust. That one's a bust. I'm not going to use these anyway. I don't love them. That's too dark. But that one came off pretty good, pretty well. They're too dark. I don't like these. I don't know. They were just dark to begin with. So tip number one, the lighter flowers look a little better. We'll disassemble the next layer, take the blotting paper off. Oh, now they look cute. Yeah, so the teeny little flowers here, the little verbena and some Dusty Miller. And I did go ahead and press some of this. This is Caryopsis bloom. So, and some of the, oh, what is that? Gara. That turned out pretty well. All right, so let's go ahead and just make a frame while we're right here, so I don't have to handle these little flowers a lot. So I angled the camera down even more. You won't be seeing my face, and that's just fine. You don't need to see my face. All right, these are hard to see in the camera, I know, because they're so little. And so, as I said in the original video, this is the first time that I've personally ever pressed flowers on my own. My granddaughter Angelette has always done my flower pressing for me. I've dried flowers in several different ways, but never actually having done the pressing myself. So I've got the octagon frame, and these are for my dried flower Christmas tree. So let's see how this works. That's a little thick. That I don't know if this is going to work that well. These little verbenas are cute, aren't they? They're like teeny. And let's put a little, I'm not the most creative person in the world as far as this type of thing. Here's a piece of alyssum. And that Caryopteris is so thick, but if I can get it shut, it might hold everything in place. I'm not sure why that's not wanting to go down because I've got it pretty flat. All right, let's take the Caryopteris out to see, put a smaller piece in. Maybe that's the problem. It might just be this frame. So the frames don't seem to love the Caryopteris, but here's one with some of the verbena and the alyssum and Dusty Miller, little piece of the Caryopteris. So I just want to move through this a little more quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and slide these off. And they slide off pretty easily. I'll just pick them up when I'm ready to use them in the frames with the tweezers. If they come off the paper, as long as they're not like that one piece of pansy, they come off the blotting paper pretty well. And this is, again, this is the Gara. Isn't that sweet? It's so dainty. So the Caryopteris seed heads, they are really too big. And what I think I'll do is just use little pieces like this and just kind of break them if I want to use some of the Caryopteris. But again, those dark pansies, it's definitely a no. On this layer, we have some of the Victoria Blue Salvia. That turned out really well. And these pansies turned out very well. So yeah, I like that. That's pretty. Even though it has some of the darker colors, it's got enough light colors in it. So this pansy here is like, whoa, somehow it got upside down. That looks like a butterfly. It kind of looks like a butterfly. So let's just, maybe I'll put some of this verbena in here. I do like this dark verbena. That looks nice. That's pretty. And I've seen people do actual little flower, like make it look like a little flower with the stems and greenery and all. And yeah, I might do that someday, but right now I'm just like not that creative. So, okay. Honestly, I think it's this frame. It's just almost not lining up. No, there we go. So that one turned out pretty well. And these are all going on the dried flower Christmas tree. Let me skip down to the next layer so you kind of see what this layer is like. Turned out very well. And this all looks like scraps, doesn't it? But it's our little pressed flowers. So I don't want to forget that. I don't want to be like, oh, I need to just pitch all that. But no, that's our little pressed flowers. I don't know that I'll use this one. It's kind of big, but we'll see. And I may have to cut some of this longer salvia, but I really like how this turned out. Look how that did. I might have to get some more of that to dry. Okay, so this layer is the pineapple sage, and I just wanted to see how it would do. It is a little bit brittle, but it did well. Whoops. Yeah, that did really well. And then I dried some of the leaves of the pineapple. I think this was, yeah, these are the leaves of the pineapple sage. So that layer did well. So this one looks nice. Looks like just the only thing that will be in this frame. Let's see what, whoops. Yeah, I think I'll just do this one item in this frame, I think. Okay, so there's the pineapple sage. That turned out well. And I think we have one more layer, so let's go ahead and put this in here, see how easily it comes off. Pretty easily. One more layer, which was our very first layer that we did. So this is the plumbago here. And that turned out really well. So the plumbago turned out very well. That looks nice. I like that. This one will be too long, so we'll take these little scissors. Oops. Yep, flying everywhere. I think I'll add maybe some of this dark verbena. I don't know if that's what I want. Oh, I like a piece at the top. Hopefully you're seeing this at the top and the bottom of the dark verbena. That might look really cool. This frame is also not wanting to line up. There we go. That one turned out really nicely. I like it. Since I always do a lot of the dried Macrophylla hydrangeas, and I usually break them down so they're a little bit smaller, but I always do a lot of these on my tree, so the colors will really complement each other. I don't know how much time we have left here in this video or how much time we should take, but I'm going to do one more frame. I think I'll use some of this Dusty Miller. And I'm not sure what else we should sort of accent, put this in here. I think I wanted to do more than just Dusty Miller, but I'm not sure what. I'm kind of feeling like layering it. Maybe the pineapple sage. Oh, maybe. Oh, I think I need to get some more of this pineapple sage and dry before the frost hits it. Oh, I like that. That is very layered looking. Hopefully I can get it shut without messing it up. There we go. All right, that's our layered one. I like that. We're getting a little bit more creative as we go along. All right, so let's go ahead and take the rest of this off of here, and we'll be ready for our other frames when I get to them. I do have quite a bit more alyssum that's still going in the garden. I'm trying to think of what else I have that I can press. Maybe I should get, I don't know, maybe little small pieces of celosia. I sort of got these pieces from the plumbago, the leaves. I don't know. I'll put them in here, but I don't know that I'll use those. Here's another one. And this is long, so we'll have to cut it when we use it. But for now, I'm going to put that in there. And I think I can leave them right here in the dried flower cottage Now I don't have to take them in the house, but I will take these frames in the house. But oh, I'm so happy with how these turned out. So we will take one final look at the ones we finished. Here's the first one we did. And I'm going to try to hold it down because the light is wanting to shine and make a shadow. I definitely will add more to this one because the little flowers are wanting to move around. So I'm going to add some more to this frame. And then here's the one with the pansy and the salvia and the verbena. Hopefully the light is not glaring off of that. That one turned out really well. Here's the one with the single stem of the pineapple sage, kind of understated. And I like that. I like how it turned out. It's pretty. And here's the one with the plumbago and 2 pieces of the darker, the verbena. And that turned out really well too. And then here's my favorite, the one we kind of layered. This has the pineapple sage and the Dusty Miller. The Dusty Miller kind of looks like snowflakes. So that's my favorite. Hopefully you're seeing that. I have quite a few frames left and quite a bit more flowers. And I do have more flowers because we have not had a heavy frost yet. It's November the 5th and we have not had a heavy frost in my zone 6B/7. So it's been really nice. I am loving it. I really appreciate you being here with me in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully you've been watching the extremely satisfying fall garden cleanup videos as well. And I have more coming in that series because it's taking me several times to go ahead and do my final fall cleanup. And it is so satisfying to do that. Until next time, my friends, happy gardening. Bye-bye.